Before we get into today's episode, I just want to give a quick shout out to our sponsor, Edge Pizza Ovens. I'll tell you exactly why I like these guys. George pulls up to your shop to bake your pizza, your dough, your sauce, your cheese, your toppings through their oven to show you the quality that you can get from that conveyor. It's not like you're shopping online for an oven or you got to go to a showroom and talk to a sales guy. We're talking about, let's see what your product does through the oven with a test bake. He loads up the test truck and drives to wherever you are. It is the best process I've ever seen when it comes to showing people what these ovens can do. And I'm not just saying it because they sponsored the show. I'm using an Edge oven here at the shop. You guys have seen it, love it to death. It literally changed how we run and how we operate as a pizzeria. So I encourage you to just check him out. If you want to see where George is headed, he's all over the country all the time. Just follow hashtag Where's George Today on Instagram, on Facebook. Also, if you want to book a test bake, you want to see what it can do, you want to see him come to your shop, or you don't think he can match your bake, your quality, go to edgeovens.com/test bake. I'll put the link in the show notes, but you can schedule a test bake for yourself and see the results. Now let's get into the episode. What is going on, Pizza Fam? Welcome back to the Pizza King podcast. I'm your host, Tyrell Reed, and this is Takeout Tips Thursday. Welcome back. We took a week off just to get ready for back to school, but we are back. And what I want to talk about today is really about something that I posted on social media yesterday. I think I posted on Facebook in particular. But 4 years ago, my wife took a picture of me. We were in a Barnes and Noble, and I'd picked up a book, and I promise you, it wasn't staged. I actually didn't even realize what the book was until I looked at the picture yesterday. But I picked up a book, and she had snapped a picture of me in the bookstore. And at that time, I posted it, and it was just like, hey, does anybody still go to bookstores? Does anybody do that anymore? And of course, a lot of people responded. People still love books. People still love to learn, which I think is incredible, right? Because I'm into that. I'm a book guy. I still love to read books. I still, have continued aspirations of publishing books and more. I've published books, but continuing to publish books and works and things like that. So totally into that. Totally into that. But the book that I picked up that day has come full circle for me, because when I looked at the picture, I saw it, and the book said it was Podcasting for Dummies. Podcasting for Dummies was the book that I picked up in Barnes and Noble that day. And when I looked at it yesterday, it gave me a totally different sentiment when thinking back to 4 years ago. I don't even know if I'd actually even podcasted yet. I have to go back through and see when I actually published the first podcast, but I'd started the YouTube channel that year, earlier that year, and then in the works of putting together the podcast. And anybody that's been following, we stopped for a while trying to figure out this is what I was going to do, any of that. And excuse me, I have to take these glasses off. And decided to pick it back up and keep going. And I'm so grateful that we did, because 4 years later, or however many years later, we've had millions and millions of views. We've had people listening and watching from literally all over the world. And we have connected with so many great operators, so many, great, companies and partners. And we have, just super dope partners with the podcast now. You hear now we have, formed an incredible partnership with Edge Pizza Ovens and, Mailwise Solutions, and even our newest partner, Valrico AI. All because, we decided to continue this process and keep going. But when I posted it yesterday, when I caught that memory, and I post my memories all the time, that's one of the best parts about having, now being active for multiple years, is you get automatic content when the memories come back. The caption I put was, it turns out you learn a whole lot more from podcasting, from actually podcasting, than reading about podcasting. And I didn't buy that book because I don't have it. I was looking around. I didn't buy that book. So, I picked it up. I thumbed through it. I picked it up there. I thumbed through it in the bookstore. And, but ultimately I've learned so much more from just turning on this camera, well, not even this camera, because it was really my phone for years. turning on the camera, turning on the microphone, and just doing it. And sometimes it was good. Sometimes it sucked. Sometimes it was okay. Sometimes I didn't even post it, or I didn't even do anything with it because I couldn't use it. I've had moments where the video was great, but the audio didn't come through at all. We've had audio, but the video was stuck, or we didn't have a camera. Everything you can imagine. But I've learned so much in that time and from those experiences and just from doing the thing that we've been able to continue to grow and to be here and to, provide content and tell the stories of pizzeria operators and get to know more people in the industry. And where, whatever it has become and is continuing to become is simply a matter of just being able to continue doing it and just showing up, whether it's every week, whether it's every other week or twice a week, picking it up and just saying, look, we're getting back to it, has been honestly the most impactful engine for growth and for change and for improvement in the podcast, just doing it. And it makes me think about where you are and where I am and where a lot of us are as business owners and, pizzeria and restaurant operators. It's easy to get caught in the cycle of I'm learning, or I'm on YouTube, I'm watching videos, I'm doing this. But just like I tell my son who is an aspiring soccer player, and he's a good soccer player, but I tell him all the time, like watching other people train on YouTube is not going to make you a better soccer player. Yes, you can learn the drills to do, you can learn some of the techniques that they're performing, but ultimately what's going to make you a better soccer player is getting your ass out there and playing soccer. And you can use these things as a point of reference, but we're not doom scrolling soccer videos thinking that we're going to become better soccer players for it. It's just not going to work. And I would be doing him a disservice if I allow him to think that he's going to get better just from learning it, or from reading about it, or from watching the videos, or from playing the video game. Like you can understand some things, you can get to know strategy and formations, and you can, understand players and coaches, and you can be the most educated soccer player in the world. But getting better comes from getting out there and playing the game, right? And in the pizzeria, it's the same thing. Like you want to improve your pizzeria, you want to grow your sales, you want to build your team, you want to get more involved in your community, you want to expand your reach, you want to compete, you want to do all that stuff comes from really showing up and making it happen. Oftentimes making some mistakes, learning from those mistakes, doing it better the next time. And you get better. Social media, same thing. You want to get better. You get better from doing it, from posting, taking the feedback. I remember posting pizza videos a couple of years ago, and I have been blessed to have good friends in this industry that will tell me, hey, look, man, you need to change the light on that. You need to cut it. One of my buddy Louis at South Bay said, oh man, look, you got to turn the music down on that, or you got to change that song. You got to use trending. And, those things help you get better. But if I don't post that, or if I don't put that out there, he doesn't see it. He never gets to give me that feedback. And it takes first putting yourself out there, being a little bit vulnerable and saying, look, this is what I have and this is what it is for now. And if I learn something and I get better from that, but I can't learn, I can't grow unless I do. That's just the reality of it. And that's what it looks like in the pizzeria. We've all seen what I'm doing right now in the store, in the Valrico store, which we took over in January. And I have, continue to document the process of rebuilding this operation and growing those sales and developing the leadership team there, so that a once struggling and, spiraling business can thrive, can sustain itself, and can grow and can become something that turns into more. As much as I can talk about it all I want, I can podcast about it, I can post content, I can send things out to the email list, but all all of the real growth and the real change happens because of what we do in the store, and because of the conversations that, we have with the team, and because of the systems that we implement or try to implement, and we restructure, or we take it back to the drawing board. Like it is all because of the work that we do, and the things that we put in. And is it perfect? No, it's not perfect. You're not even close. Is it better than where it was when we started? Light years better. Sales better, operation, more consistent, team stronger, communication better, customers, showing up, they can see it, they can feel the change, right? And we're 8 months late, we're 8 months in. So yeah, there's been a lot of change, and it's gotten a whole lot better. Is it where it needs to be? Is it where, hard to say, is it where it needs to be? Yeah, it's exactly where it needs to be. It's exactly, where it should be at this moment, but has it reached its full potential? No, we got a long way to go. And we're doing it, and it's really good. And, early on, I was really, diligent about documenting that and bringing it to the podcast. I've kind of slowed down a little bit on talking so much about what we're doing at the store. But that was because I was working on really just behind the scenes, turning that into something that we could repeat. And, we talked about the 14-week process, and the turnaround process, and what that takes, how we start from, rebuilding our system and restarting with the store. We take care of food safety and cleanliness, and we really work on manager routines. And then we take it to, all of the critical parts of the operation, and ultimately, get to a point where we can really have a system that is built on, growth and development and recognition. It's good. It's good. And even if I give it to you, it can't fix your store. That's the tough part, right? Because I'm a creator, and I'm a coach, and I'm a consultant, and I have that, and I'm looking at it like, man, this is great. This has worked for us. This is really good. This has all of the tools that we use, the systems that we put in place, the timing of those things, what took longer than we expected. We got stuck in stewardship for a few weeks. We got stuck in product compliance and specs and prep for 2 weeks longer than what we expected. All of that got documented, and I can give it to you. Look, I'm happy to, but I spent the time really just trying to put that together. I put it into, a nice little package that has, all the step by step and all those things. And I've given it to people, and it didn't change anything for them. And I don't know if it's because it didn't work, or they didn't do it, or, just probably some of both, right? It didn't make sense, to just take that document, or to take that set of documents and really turn it into action. Because what's one more book, or what's one more program, or one more spreadsheet? It's just noise. And unless you go put it in, and you try to right size it for your operation, and you take it back and you fix it, and you do that, and it doesn't do much for you. So then I'm like, well, that's not my goal. My goal is to help. My goal is to help pizzerias. So where it led me to, it was, all right, well, we need to help people do this. We need to help implement. I can give you the whole program. Look, if you want, I'll give it to you right now. It's on the site. I'll give you the whole program. But what I really want to do is to help you put it in place. And that's where it really starts to make a difference. Someone that is doing it with you, because it's not a one size fits all program. It's not, you can't apply one set of rules and it works for every pizzeria in the world. It just doesn't, that's just not reality. What your dough process looks like is not my dough process. What your training process looks like is not necessarily what my training process looks like. You know what I mean? What my ready for rush or ready for customer looks like isn't exactly what your ready for rush looks like. So you have to tailor those things to your particular situation and to your business and your operation. And that's what I'm here to do. And that's really what I wanted to present, is because, we're headed up, we're going out to California, and I'm going to talk about this when I get on stage in Cali next week. But y'all, my people, we're going to talk about it here first. You probably see me kind of mentioning, if you're on my email list, you probably see me drop it all, at least drop a hint. I haven't really told anybody exactly what it is yet. But what I'm doing is I'm opening up an opportunity to work together. Small group, can't really do more than 10 folks at this point, just based on time. I got a store to run. We got a family. We got all those things, and soccer season is starting again. So I can work with 10 folks. I can take you through the 14-week program. We can do this together. We can help rebuild or build the systems that run your operation, that develop your leaders, that help you have a little bit of sanity as an owner, right? And look, is it for everybody, or who's it work for? It can work for any operation. But I think the folks who get the most out of it are the ones who are trying to grow and trying to scale beyond, the one location. If you're one location and you're trying to figure out how to get to 2 and 3 or 5 or 10 locations, it's important that you really start to structure your organization in a way that supports that growth. And if you're one and you're like, hey man, I just want some freedom, and I just want, the peace of mind to know that I'm not the only person doing everything in here, it'll work for you too, because it'll help you identify the key players that are really going to help support that lifestyle and routines that you're looking for. So yeah, if you're interested, you have to email me. I haven't even sent the link out to sign up for a call or do any of that, but email me. Let's talk about it, because I can only work with a few people. I want to make sure that we're working with the right people. Like I said, we can do 10. I got one in already. We got one in, so I can take 9 more people. If you're interested, hit me up. Give me a call. If a lot of you probably have my phone number, just text me, call me, and say, hey, look, let's talk about it. But it's something that we're putting together. We're going to start in September, just after Labor Day, and we'll do a weekly call. I'll give you the full system. We'll talk about your operation. We will implement this together. If it takes a visit, then we will figure out a visit. But I'm trying to help somebody who is trying to scale their chaos right now. You can't scale chaos. It's and I just thought it's all literally on my background on my computer. You can't scale chaos. So if you need to try to clear some of that noise up, this is that opportunity. If you're trying to figure out how to get to the next level in your pizzeria, this is that opportunity. And I can't guarantee you're going to double your sales or you're going to hire the right guy, but you can build the framework and build the system and the foundation that supports and promotes growth in that pizzeria. I've been doing it for a long time, 24 years, not just pizza, burgers, tacos, like many brands, large brands, small brands, a very long time. So all of those years, all those learnings, all those things that, I've been able to work on and break and fix and refix over the years, it's here now. So let's have a discussion. If you're interested in it, hit me up. But that's all I have for today. My takeout tip is, you're not going to learn anything from reading a book. You will learn something, but you're not going to get the results that you want. You're going to get the results from doing. So that's my tip for today, is just go do something, man. Go get it done. And if it works, that's great. If it doesn't work, you learn from it and then you go try again. I'm Tyrell Reed. This is the Pizza King Podcast. Shout out to the sponsors. We mentioned them earlier, but shout out to all the sponsors: Edge Pizza Ovens, Mailwise Solutions, Valrico AI, all great companies, all led by great people, all folks that I work with, and not just on as a matter of sponsoring a podcast. I have an Edge oven in my shop. I use Mailwise for my mailers and my postcards. I use Valrico AI for my phone system. These are folks that I actually work with, and now they work with me. So I really appreciate them. See y'all next time. Pizza King Podcast, we out.